Hello, hello. Welcome back to more Pokemon XD. I've now got everybody all purified, 64 of 64. Actually got some pretty decent Pokemon out of it too. Got a timid Starmie with Waterfall and Ice Beam, so it's great coverage, and Refresh and Recover, so it just never wants to die. I also have a Cosmic Power Baton Pass Soul Rock, which is kind of interesting. Sort of tempted to try to think of a strategy to add that to the team, but I think I'm actually pretty well set with the team I already have. So yeah, you can take the elevator, go back down to the very bottom. That's the main elevator that we saw Greevil and his minions using at the very beginning of that cutscene when we first arrived to the island. Unfortunately, when you go back down, you get stopped by somebody that has a Shuckle and Blissey. Absolute pain in the ass. I also went and topped up a few items. 10 revives, 10 hyper potions, 10 full restores. I haven't used any of these items yet. I mean, I could, I just don't really have a use for them because I tend to go back and heal quite frequently, so it's not like I'm running out of PP for anything. I got a few max potions, bought some super potions so I can top up my health on the go if I need to. And the rest of the money I just spent into Ultra Balls. I'm thinking we're getting pretty close to the end of the game. What was the... My screen just flashed, that was weird. I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the game, judging from the fact that this is one of the main henchmen guys that follows Greevil around all the time. So I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but I plan to just play this till the very end of the game. Why do you smile like that? It's been a while, boy. Do you remember me? Vaguely. Do you recall this? I helped you in Gateon Port. You helped me? I thought it was the dude in red that knocked out Zook, but it's been a while, I can't remember. There's no need for thanks. I was merely punishing a fool that used the shadow Pokemon in public. Like, you guys, you mean? Hypocrisy. At that time, we didn't want the world to know that we, Cypher, were planning. Or what we were planning. Okay, I misread that. Back then, I thought you were just an ordinary child. Still am. Get away from the camera. Little did I suspect that you would become Cypher's biggest and most damaging threat. Yeah, I have a tendency to do that, my bad. That's enough talk. You have the skills and wherewithal to reach Citydark Isle. I stole a Robo Kyogre, don't judge me. Let me see your abilities in full glory. Sure, why not? I don't know what kind of Pokemon they're gonna have, so I probably have a garbage lead, but we'll see. Swallow and Alakazam. I mean, my lead's not terrible. Alakazam's a bit fast. Oh, okay. Are you both Shadow Pokemon? Oh, just Swallow. Swallow's also fast, but it doesn't really do much. I think I'll just Shadow Ball this one and Flamethrower that one. Oh boy, residual animations and damage. So it begins. And you are fast. Both of them. And it starts with the crits. Okay, game, listen. I know we got off to a bad start last video, but settle down. This should take out Alakazam. Because you have no defenses. Goodbye. I'm actually really glad that Flamethrower didn't burn. I should also mention that I intended to swap Charcoal for Black Glasses earlier, and for some reason still had Charcoal on Hellhound. I'm not sure why. That's why I was kind of comfortable with just going for a Flamethrower into Swallow. Otherwise, it would have absolutely knocked it out and I would have cried. Should be fine just tossing a ball. Swallow's not that difficult to catch, actually. Although, I think I want to do that with Hellhound's turn, actually. There's not too much that Hellhound can do into Kingdra. I can Shadow Ball that one. And Ball Toss. Yeah, that one's pretty easy. Heracross. Dragon Breath can paralyze, please don't. Oh, well, you probably... Oh, I was gonna say you're gonna probably just knock me out, but I survived on 2. Don't know if this actually knocks you out, though. Wow, it does almost nothing. Oh, right, I just had a Shadow Aura. Yeah, it's awkward. No, my dog. You did your best. It should be a decent chance for me to set up agilities to Baton Pass. Still got 2 Pokemon in the back. Actually, I think I'll just Shadow Ball again and Drill Peck. Because Shadow Aura should take out the Kingdra after this turn. Trying to figure out if I want to Drill Peck to get rid of Heracross or if I want to Agility to Baton Pass, because you probably have another Shadow somewhere in the back. I'll just Drill Peck for now. Because I am the fastest thing on the field. Goodbye. Good Pokemon. Bad typing. Electabuzz. Oh, and you're the Shadow, okay. That's a bit annoying, because you're sort of-ish fast. You're not faster than Dodrio, obviously, but you can't just Thunder Punch. And take out Bickerburg with Nice Beam. I'm gonna cry. Actually, I should be fine with sending in Zombie Bug here. Because I'm taking out Kingdra this turn. Don't have to worry about Ice Beam. Don't really know what Electabuzz does, but I do resist electric moves. Ooh, does Aura take you out? Please tell me it does. It probably doesn't. Of course it doesn't. I'm gonna make the read that you're gonna probably try to Ice Beam into Zombie Bug. It's kind of hard to read the AI in this game because sometimes they go for the strongest Pokemon on the field, sometimes they don't. So it's really hard to tell. So they might just try to go for Ziptooth, but in case they do go for Zombie Bug and I can't risk it otherwise, I think I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp if I can actually land the damn move. And swap into Round Boy to take the Ice Beam. So I'll resist that. Plus, it also gives me some chances to Icy Wind drop speeds. Don't remember what that does. Other than be annoying, brother. Oh, it was a good switch at least. Probably not going to be able to get any Icy Winds though. And of course I miss. Like, I get it, the move is 75 accuracy, but I think I've missed more than I've actually landed that move. And Snorlax, okay, well, having special attackers doesn't really do me any good. Do you have 3 Shadow Pokemon? Okay. Great. That's actually one that I do want to Will-O-Wisp. I think I want an Earthquake. If I can somehow land. Don't tell me you got Shadow Panic. I should be faster than Snorlax with both Pokemon. See what I mean? It just never wants to land. Damn, I was hoping to do a little bit more than that. Wow, absolutely nothing to Snorlax. That's awkward. What does that move? Oh, Recoil, hello. I wonder who's faster, Parasect or Snorlax? Probably Snorlax. Shadow Aura's gone. Thank goodness. Oh, you have leftovers. Well, it's worth catching you then. As quickly as possible, preferably. Is it even worth trying to go for a Will-O-Wisp since it never wants to do anything? I'm gonna toss a ball at Electabuzz. Correction, I'm gonna toss a ball at Electabuzz. And then Spore Snorlax. Oh good, I caught you. You are faster, that's annoying. Oh, and you went for Zip Tooth with a crit. I saw that. Don't like that recoil, though. That's why I'm sporing you. Well, now I'm down to my last two. Great start to the video. Go to bed. Kinda wish I had knockoff or something. Get rid of these leftovers. I think I'll just toss the ball and false swipe. Don't even need the false swipe. Nice. That's what you get for having a name like Arya does. I realize now I should have crushed you much earlier. You would have had a weaker Pokemon, so don't know how that would have benefited you at all. This is out of my hands now. I must defer you to Master Greevil himself. Oh, okay. Is he just right inside then? But boy, don't think this is over. I want to abandon my dreams. What dream do I... Am I supposed to care? Who are you? Okay. I saw an elevator. Takes me straight into the lava. I think I'd rather go back and heal first, actually. A little bit annoying. My game did freeze. Luckily, I saved right before I healed, and it froze after I healed. So, not too much lost. I don't have to fight that dude again. I am curious as to where this actually takes me. Am I about to just boil? Nope, guess not. I am stuck up here forever. Literally the middle of a volcano. Hello, Greevil, I'm here. Okay, listen. I didn't have to go all the way down. It's fine, though. Hello. This is quite a surprise. You managed to defeat Ariados. It's a bug and poison type Pokemon. It's not that difficult. Of course, you have also beaten so many of my followers. Again, they aren't that difficult. Perhaps it's no surprise that you won. I must say that I haven't been this excited in a long time. Yeah, you're perpetually smiling, and so are your creepy minions. I do have an appreciation for the strong, you see. However, I also cannot allow your interference. My Shadow Pokemon plan is nearing completion. I thought your XD001 is already unpurifiable or whatever. Doesn't that mean it's already completed? Stop doing that. So for the time being, I think that I'll have you securely out of the way right where you are now. Oh, I see. Is the elevator useful again? No. So what do I do then? It's a gigantic wall of glass. Yes, yes it is. I'm so glad that my character is here to tell me this. 10,000 IQ right here. It appears impossible to go any further. You don't say. So what do I do? Oh, hello, what's happening? Oh, this guy. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about you. Mr. Thwomp himself. It's me again, kid. Hello. Glad to see you took time out of your Mario Party game to come fight me. You know what makes me kind of happy to see you since I've seen you so often? I've only seen you once, I thought. I am racking my brains. I only remembered seeing you twice, but you've only seen me once. But the way you keep beating me, my cred's taking a beating. Yeah. That's not the sound the Thwomp makes. So Master Greevil gave me this one last chance to redeem myself, but this is it. If I lose this one, there's no tomorrow. He's gonna kill you. Okay, that's dark. Glad to see you're still bouncing around. Slowking and Ursaring. I can't Shadow Ball an Ursaring. But I can Shadow Ball the Slowking. None of them are shadows, even better. See what I can do to you. Don't want to Will-O-Wisp. 1 is probably going to miss. 2 is probably going to trigger Guts on Ursaring. But it will Charm. Never mind. I'm kind of fine with that because it just means you don't do anything either. With your base, what is it, like 120 attack? I have no defenses and a minus defense nature. That almost knocks you out. Nice. Somebody in the comments on one of my previous videos mentioned, because I didn't notice, Calm Nature on Ziptooth means I have a minus attack nature. So Shadow Ball doesn't do as much as I would like it to. Spell Tag does alleviate that a bit, but it's, you know, still a minus nature, so I'm only alleviating it, not getting really any boost off of that Spell Tag. However, I can just Shadow Ball again. Charm again. You got the double, you little shit. Not sure why, because you don't get to Earthquake this turn. Sucks to be your Slow King. Aggron, oh boy. Don't know what to do against that thing because it's still type and still resists both these. I still want to try to charm Ursaring, but at the same time I want a Helping Hand Flamethrower Aggron. It is the clear threat. Just because of how defensive it is, and it does have a somewhat high attack stat, so I still gotta watch out. Maybe I can get a burn? Because I don't think this knocks it out, to be fair. This is only neutral damage. Yeah, you didn't get the triple. Nice try, though. I'm guessing Aggron's gonna also go for Earthquake. Oh, that actually does knock you out. I am legitimately shocked. Okay. Well, I'm familiar with that Pokemon. I want one myself. Attack and then Charm. Well, you didn't protect this time. Hellhound's still probably going to be going down here, though. It's okay damage. And Waterfall. Cool animation. A bit laggy. Goodbye, puppy. I actually spent way too much time trying to figure out if I wanted to go for Round Boy or Bickerburb. I decided Round Boy. Should have gone for Bickerburb. Okay. Because I was kind of fearing an Ice Beam. Plus, with Bickerburb, the only real point in terms of speed control with Bickerburb is trying to set up an Agility 2 Baton Pass, which requires 2 turns. And then requires Parasect to come out onto the field and just sit there and take damage. Whereas Round Boy, I can just Icy Wind if I need to. Does Shadow Ball knock out Walrein from here? Probably not. It does if I Icy Wind, I think. So I think you'll be left on like 1 HP. I think Ziptooth is faster, so if it does knock it out with like a crit or something, I can Icy Wind whatever comes in, I suppose. I don't know why I'm just ignoring Ursaring here. I did Charm, to be fair, so that's probably the only reason why any of my Pokemon are still alive right now. That's fine. That's also kind of why I'm just ignoring you. You don't do much. Protect, 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 Earthquake, protect. Great moveset. Okay, you survive. Even with the Icy Wind double up. Everything has Earthquake, okay. I do have Femme Fatale. It does have Thunderbolt. Very good Psychic. Deals 0 damage. However, my Round Boy should not be faster. think I'll protect Earthquake. Give you a taste of your own medicine. This should take out Walrein. Should do some okay chip into Ursa Ring, hopefully. Yeah, it's okay chip. Poliwrath. Okay, I can't touch you with Femme Fatale because you just died. I can't touch you with Brown Boy because you just resist everything, and I'm also almost dead anyway. Kinda want to set up a Calm Mind. Judging from that Brick Break, probably going, like, nobody tried to target Femme Fatale through the Protect, so I don't think they're gonna try to target this turn either. As annoying as the AI is, it's relatively consistent. Yeah, they went to Round Boy. Whether you go for Brick Break or go for Earthquake, that rhymes. I resist both. If X4 plays? No, of course not. I think I'll just Psychic you, maybe. Let's actually protect just in case. Spore Poliwrath. It's fine, it's just annoying. And you swapped up your moves. Good Protect. And I get to put Poliwrath to sleep. I think you have one more Pokemon in the back. Also probably a Shadow. Part of me kind of regrets setting up a Calm Mind because it means I'm probably just gonna knock out anything that comes in. I won't be able to chip with Femme Fatale. But I will Psychic you. And Double Edge Poliwrath. Goodbye, bear. Take the level. No moves though. Another level, probably also no moves. Of course not. Mr. Mime. I can actually Psychic you. Hooray, Femme Fatale can be useful still. Double Edge doesn't really do too much damage to Poliwrath. Yeah, I didn't think so. And I happen to know from playing Legends Arceus, Mr. Mime has some pretty decent special attack stat and somewhat okay coverage. So I'm a little bit worried. I should be fine with the Psychic here. I'm gonna attempt a Netball Toss. You're asleep, you have some chip damage, you're a water type. Surely this is something, right? Please. Knowing my luck, you're gonna wake up and then just one-shot me. Well, that's convenient. That's some okay chip too. What are you going for? What even does that move? Well, I survived it at least. Well, one of them does anyway. Don't really know what Bickerburb can do to Mr. Mime here. I think I'll just Psychic and Ball Toss, I think. I don't know what Mr. Mime's catch rate is. I don't feel like looking it up. apparently it's not very good. But the psychic should help. I'm still alive at 5. Uh-oh. I'm actually a little bit scared now. Oh, I'm just dead now. I forgot about the shadow aura. Okay. This game's gonna put me back at my bed, isn't it? It didn't? Hello, you're just standing there. Well, I know what Pokemon you have, so let me rearrange my team. Okay, so I rearranged a little bit. I got Bigger Burb up front. I'm gonna try to immediately set up an agility to Baton Pass out. Might even try to go for 2. Zip Tooth I already know is gonna be useful to have up front. Earthquake is a little bit annoying, but I should be fine. Another reason why I put the flying type up front. But they also might just double up immediately into Bigger Burb. If that's the case, I did save just now. I'm just gonna restart and swap the team one more time. Feh. I'm back again. I'm back all you want, but nothing's gonna change. Alright. Rub the salt in the wound, I see. Slowking a nursery, no way. Good capture. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna actually survive with Fatale if you go for that Shadow Storm thing again. Don't really know if I do. I can't remember what I was at before when you knocked me out. I think I was much lower though. On the plus side, there's no Shadow Sky thing, so I don't need to worry about residual damage. Bigger Burb absolutely dies here. Oh, I'm chilling. We're good. Sending a zombie bug over a spore being able to land. I highly doubt because Mr. Mime can just outspeed. I'll try it though. And as long as it doesn't crit, we should be fine. Think we're fine. Don't know if zombie bug survives this or not though. Probably not. Yeah, okay. My level is a bit low. So I think here, just in case you do break out, I do need to heal up. Still so much damage. Shadow Storm should be a special move, right? I think I can test out by doing Calm Mind here. 117 to 62, what is that, 55? And I survive at 19. I think it's a special move. Heal up again. I'm gonna be an absolute nuisance with this. The problem though is one crit just ends me. But I should have some free time to toss some balls. Yes, I'm gonna need all the free time I can get. How much PP does Shadow Storm have? Because I could just stall. Which is why crits are a thing, to prevent people from just stalling crap like this. Part of me really wants to go for another Calm Mind. I'll just keep ball tossing. How many turns have I been in this battle? I think at this point a timer ball is slightly more effective than an ultra ball. I guess it was. Honestly, that fight's not really super difficult. It's just being able to position properly. Especially when he has high defenses. That's quite annoying. That Aggron, being steel type in this generation is torturous. I can see why they nerfed it. Bleh. And I made him throw up. Wonderful. That was the very last chance Master Greevil gave me, and I ruined it for you. You're welcome. How can I keep losing to some kid over and over again? He's got amnesia. It's fine. Don't worry about it. If there were a tree, I'd climb it to get away from all this. Trees can't exist in volcanoes. I'm sorry. I need to heal. And I'm guessing that I can just take this elevator now. But the thing is, I think I actually want to go grind. I've already been recording for an hour and I've made 0 progress. It doesn't help that I'm fighting a bunch of level 45s that are, you know, actual powerhouses, and I'm using a level 37 zombie bug unironically. So like, I kind of need the levels. My screen flashed white again. Something's up with the rendering in this game. It's probably the emulator, to be fair, but it does make me nervous. Getting closer to lava. I'm guessing someone's gonna jump out at me. Nope, they're just gonna sit there and wait for me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and grind. Shouldn't take too long. Not for you guys anyway, because I can just edit all that out, but should only take maybe a couple hours for me. So I will be right back. Come back when I'm like level 50 or something, I don't know. So I've done it. I grinded up, got all my Pokemon fairly high level. In fact, I already went back to Citadel Dark Isle. I already took on, what was the other guy? Eldis. I also happened to fight the Shadow Lugia. I happened to fight Greevil already. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure what's going on with my video editing software. It doesn't seem to like anything that's longer than an hour and a half out of nowhere. It's kind of weird because the Coliseum clip that I did, that was all the ending stuff. That was like 3 hours, but for some reason, every time I try to get halfway through cashing out my clip that I did for this, it just crashes the AVS video editor. I have Luigi. Kind of anticlimactic. The thing is, I don't really know what to do with that footage. Also, this thing has Psycho Boost. What in the hell? See, here's the thing. Let me switch over really quick. Okay, so I can just stop the emulation here. Black screen for just a sec. Why is it only showing... What the hell? Well, you get a close-up of Eldis's ass, so there's that. I think I should be able to fix this. I think I did this for a clip earlier. Fix this. Fix that. Widen that. And also that one. So this is the footage. You can see I've got quite a bit here. For some reason, it just does not want to load. I did all of this. I happened to capture all of his Pokemon. And I even managed to attempt to try to capture Lugia in just an Ultra Ball. As you can see, it went so well. And then decided, well, I don't know how well that's going to actually work. So I just tossed a Master Ball and decided to fight Greevil. It's kind of frustrating. I did all that work for grinding. If I turn my volume back up, you can even actually walk. Yeah, he just sends more legendary birds. Moltres and Rhydon. I attempted it. I didn't do very good. I ended up losing. So I don't know what to, like I said, I don't know what exactly I should do with that footage. It's not like a whole bunch is really missed. Just the fight with this Cypher guy that was down here. He had a Shadow Dugtrio that I have now. Yeah, you just go past him and then you can get inside the the last case by just going up this thing. And then when you go into the room, they all notice you. And then Greevil runs away as he does and sends Elvis after you. Interesting. The researcher guy that I didn't fight is not here. What is that? Interesting. This has also changed. This was actually showing a fight between like a Zatu and something else. They just kept attacking each other over and over again. There was a couple researchers, one in this chair. I refused to fight him because I accidentally talked to the one that was over here and it triggered a fight. But if I go into this elevator, it starts to fight with Greevil. I think to try to make up for my stupidity and not splitting up my footage a little better. I'm not sure if that's actually the cause, but I can just take the blame, I suppose. I'm gonna try to fight Greevil here. I might need to give you an item, though. Yeah, I gave you leftovers. And I gave the silk scarf back to Zombie Bug. I had leftovers on Zombie Bug, and it was actually, weirdly enough, the thing that carried me. I will never actually talk shit about Parasect ever again. So yeah, I'll attempt the fight again with Greevil. Don't know how well that's going to actually work. But I already know that he leads with the Rhydon and Moltres. So I think my lead should be fine here. He doesn't have a Shadow Lugia this time. So how does this cutscene change? Return as often as you wish. The more you rebel, the happier my Pokemon become. Okay, well, that's straight to the point. Cutscene. Hey, guy. So you have come this far. Yes, I have. I had no idea that a mere child like you would pursue me this long. I mean, wouldn't you, all of your plans pretty much just point to you, and I just tend to take care of those plans? Then eventually I'm gonna come out to find you. Like, that's how that works, you know? Professor Crane, Data Rums, and the Lair. You alone derailed every one of our well-laid plan. Define well-laid. Never mind, do not define that. This is a kid's game. Well, perhaps not just you. The news broadcast by ONBS did not help Cypher's cause at all. However, my Shadow Pokemon plan isn't finished yet. The final act is about to unfold. Having come this far, I think you've earned the right to know what I have planned. Sure, go ahead and monologue. It's what bad guys tend to do in video games. Pokemon games are absolutely no exception. The creation of Shadow Pokemon was... that permanently resists purification. That was the first step. Didn't you try that 5 years ago in Coliseum? Next, I plan to create an army of Shadow Pokemon that work independently of my orders alone. When the second step is done, I will take over the world without having to rely on bothersome people. I can respect the plan, but it's still a stupid plan. And now... let me introduce you to my faithful servant, the one that shall become the central figure in my Shadow Pokemon army. Come forth, XD001. Game freezes here. Codename XD001. Now free of all adjustments, I present to you Shadow Lugia. This Lugia is the first of the Shadow Pokemon that cannot be purified. Now let us celebrate the completion of my Shadow Pokemon plan in advance. Fall prey to Shadow Lugia. OMG, no way I caught it. Oh, I already defeated him? Or is he gonna fight me again? How dare you, child? How dare you snag my Shadow Lugia, my one loyal subject? I'm pretty sure that Ardos and Eldez, or whatever their names are punching air right now. There's nothing left. Again, you have an entire team of bad guys. Hello? But I will personally see to the total destruction of your Pokemon. Fall. Winter? Also, the dude has really creepy eyes. And it reminds me a little bit of Yoda, where he sits in a chair and walks with a cane, but then he gets into a fight and he starts bouncing around like an acrobat. And all 6 of his Pokemon are Shadow Pokemon. This time, though, I get to use Lugia against him. I left my Bigger Bird behind, so I don't have Agility Baton Pass right now. I know Icy Wind is somewhat effective. Kind of scared to do anything here, though. I'm a little bit too OP here. Let me just Feather Dance something. Maybe not. I should probably switch. Also, since part of the footage got missed, moves have changed. I now have Giga Drain. I no longer have False Swipe, because I wasn't really using False Swipe. To level up, I took on Railgun Power a few times, and one of the TMs you get, besides Snatch and Iron Tail, is Giga Drain. I didn't want Giga Drain, so I sold all the TMs, and Iron Tail only has like a 70 accuracy, so I didn't want that either. And then Zombie Bug just decided, hey, I'm leveling up, I want to learn this move anyway, so I decided, sure, I'll go for Stab, why not? Zip Tooth, I changed up. It no longer has Will-O-Wisp because that move is annoying me. It's much better to have 100 accuracy moves, so I went for Thunder Wave, and I also no longer have Feint Attack, I have Body Slam. Not sure how much use I'm really going to get out of that. I got a lot of use out of Thunder Wave, but I didn't really use Body Slam at all. And Hellhound tried to learn Feint Attack again, and doesn't learn Crunch until level 59, and I'm sad because of it. And obviously, Round Boy evolved. I showed that clip. Hopefully I remember to put that in. That clip seems to work just fine. I don't know what's up with the 2-hour long clip. Anyway, I tried to learn Blizzard, and I was contemplating getting rid of Icy Wind, but speed control is very, very nice, so I kept Icy Wind. I'm gonna switch into Femme Fatale now that I'm done talking about my team. One Psychic type to a different one. Shadow Fire. Damage. Don't like that. Definitely need these speed drops. Not so much on Rhydon. Definitely on Moltres. Still alive. The thing is, I don't get any experience from this battle because I'm trying to capture everything. But you did hurt yourself, so I should be able to go for a Ultra Ball. Yeah, don't take this out of context, but my balls are disappearing. Oh, that actually didn't capture you, okay. Psychic doesn't knock you out, that's what I was hoping for. And I'm expecting you to knock out somebody here. Okay. Now I can send in Zip Tooth and try for some paralysis. Hopefully you didn't double up. Knowing my luck. Oh, okay, we're good. Well then, I think I'm gonna actually toss another ball. And try to paralyze Moltres. I should be able to go for another Icy Wind on Moltres and chip it down a little bit further. And drop some more speed. But it would absolutely knock out Rhydon, so I hope this captures. Okay, good. And Executor. Yeah, we get it. You're Shadow. I'm trying to save Parasect as much as possible so I can keep the spores around if I can. Should be fine with going for an Icy Wind and Thunderwave Executor. As long as it doesn't crit Moltres, we're fine. Just under half. And yeah, we're fine. Might be able to go for another one after that. And yeah, everything just has Shadow End for some reason. Okay, no more Icy Winds then. I'm gonna send in Parasect though. And toss a ball at Executor. Wait, no. Wrong order. I'm gonna actually send a Spore into Executor. That rhymes. I should be able to catch it here. And then Spore whatever comes in. Hopefully. Okay, well, I wasted Spore. And I take damage for no reason. That's unfortunate. These Pokemon are being a little less cooperative than they were last time. And they double up. That's just rude. Send in Hellhound then. Gonna spam a few revives, I think. I really want to have Spore on the field. Okay, got Executor. Thing is, I kind of have to ignore Moltres because when Executor has Shadow End and it takes recoil damage, I have to catch it before it knocks itself out. Or I have to do this whole fight all over again. Who are you deleting? Okay, never mind. Should survive. Excellent. Tauros is annoying, though. Am I fine with the flamethrower here? I should be. But if you have Shadow End and you take recoil, you just kill yourself. I don't want that. I'll bite, hope for a flinch. Thunderwave. Yeah, I think Flamethrower just knocks you out if I was to go for that. And you get flinched. Nice. And Parad. And then Moltres, unless you're stuck in paralysis, just delete something. And you delete something. Okay. Well, at least I get Spore back on the field. Don't really know how lucky I can get with this capture on Tauros. But I think I'll Spore the same slot as I did with Executor. Again, I'm just ignoring Moltres. It also hasn't gotten stuck in paralysis except for the first turn that it was paralyzed, so... Again, this game is a little bit more rude than it was last time. It's like it knows. That was easy. Now all he has left are the 3 legendary birds, and I'm gonna cry. I think I'm more terrified of Zapdos, to be fair. I didn't even make it to Zapdos last time, so... Nice to get the Spore off. And you're stuck in paralysis. Nice. Okay. I think I want to spend Hellhound's turn healing up Zombie Bug and then use Zombie Bug's turn to toss a ball. I think. I should be fine with that, yeah. Because Articuno still has to spend this turn sleeping no matter what. I doubt I'm gonna get lucky with those. I couldn't with Shadow Lugia or Moltres before, so... Although it's shaking more than... Okay, I have a Moltres now, but... Okay. And now we have Zapdos, and now I'm terrified. Oh, boy. Yeah, you're still asleep. Bites. Articuno or Zapdos? Definitely got a Spore Zapdos. I want Chip into you as well. That's not much Chip. Shadow Bolt. I do survive. You're still asleep. And I get the Spore. Okay. Does Zapdos live a Flamethrower? Am I stupid enough to attempt this? I think I am. Double Edge Articuno. Even though you might wake up this turn. I might actually want to heal up Zombie Bug. Well, Lugia is just tanky enough that I think I can use it to heal up a few times. I still need Chip, though. Zapdos survives. Stays asleep, obviously. And so does Articuno. Okay, so far so good. How much damage does Double Edge do? That's respectable. I will take that. Use Hellhound's turn to heal up Zombie Bug one more time and then toss a ball at something. Which one am I more terrified of? I think Zapdos because of speed. Yeah, it's about how it was last time. And you wake up. Yeah, that sounds about right. Into Houndoom. Okay. I still have Lugia. But I mean, for progress's sake, I could, in theory, just knock out both these guys and then keep the 4 that I've already caught, then go fight him again. But I'm guessing that his team is probably going to change up if I do that. And I don't know what his other team would be. I'm a little more comfortable with what he has here, just because I'm somewhat familiar with it. Yeah, I'm going to toss a ball at Articuno while you're still asleep. And Spore Zapdos again. I don't survive a double up into Zombie Bug, but I should survive at least one of your attacks. Maybe they'll double up into Lugia, who knows? Oh? Okay, I was actually excited for like a half second. That'll teach me. That'll teach me to have hopes. Bruh. Leave Zombie Bug alone. I took that pretty well. I'm gonna use Lugia's turn to heal up, as I've done for everybody else. And then toss a ball. But do I want a Spore? Zapdos has to sleep this turn. I think I'll Spore Articuno. I took that pretty well, actually. I'm gonna double edge Articuno again. Well, I know Articuno can take it. I don't know about Zapdos. I'd rather go for Slash because it's weaker, but Crit would actually make it stronger. It is 2 times in this generation, not 1.5 times. I'll double edge Articuno. I'm also trying to capture it too. Well, I'm trying to capture all of them, but currently... Please. Yeah, okay. I am of the opinion that Moltres was just a fluke. At least they're both asleep. Okay, now you're in red. Leftovers are kind of helping a little bit here. Gonna do the same thing as I've been doing. Heal up and toss a ball. But yeah, like I said, Parasect is kind of carrying me through these fights, weirdly enough. It's helping out quite a bit with all these spores. And now we got Articuno. All that's left is Zapdos. Please, game, for the love of God, just let me... Okay, that's what I get for speaking. I survive whoever you hit. I'm going for another spore. And toss a ball just for fun, I guess. Kind of wish I had a timer ball, because this is taking kind of a while. I'm already at 31 minutes. Now I have to actually pay attention to the time I've been recording, so I don't record for too long and have AVS just shit the bed. Bruh. I get it, you're not saddest, but come on. The luckiest I have ever been in any Pokemon game ever is turn 1, tossing a Pokeball to get rid of a Pokeball that was in my inventory against a level 70 Rayquaza in Pokemon Emerald and catching it. No attacks, no status, no nothing. Why can't I have some of that in this game, please? I am going to risk a Slash. Worst case scenario, I knock out Zapdos. Just means I gotta do this fight over again, but in that case, there's only one Shadow Pokemon to have to worry about. Best case scenario, you get down to red. Actually, best case scenario, I just capture you here. But that would mean that the game would have to be polite to me, and the evidence so far. See also my entire channel. Actually, you would have survived a crit. Interesting. You would have survived a double edge. I have mild regrets. I'm just gonna do it again. Actually, I'll just Giga Drain for Chip. Very, 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 very small Chip. Legendary Pokemon that's flying type, and I've got no special attack. Or this just works. Fantastic. Holy crap, this game is finally over. Rhydon, Executor, Tauros, Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos all sent to the PC. Don't get me wrong, this game has been pretty close to being one of my favorite Pokemon games. Definitely in top 5. But between the issues with recording, issues with editing, and definitely the issues with the emulator, it has been an absolute struggle. But you know, it's been a lot of fun when I've already put 40 hours into this game, so... How? A mere child. A mere child crushed my cherished plan. What? This can't be. It's your fault. I won't forgive. There's no forgiving you. I'll just knock your ass out again. I don't care. Grandmaster, we're done here. We should blow up City Dark Isle with the child still on it. Okay, that's a terrorist attack, but sure. But if I did that, our Shadow Pokemon data and our subordinates would be lost as well. Now you have a heart? Grandmaster, such things can be replaced. We must ensure our own survival. I've readied a helicopter for our escape. We've got to leave now. You're right. Wait! Groudon versus Kyogre, here we go. He's not smiling now. Please wait. You're willing to sacrifice everyone so you can escape? You should be ashamed. He actually has a heart. He is creepy. Ashamed. Clinging to foolish pride will guarantee Cypher's demise. Cypher must survive. That is our first duty. The Grandmaster feels the same way. Yes, for Cypher's sake, sacrifices must be endured. What are you saying? The Shadow Pokemon Factory has been destroyed. XD001 was defeated. Nothing remains of Cypher. Silence. Cypher will live forever. As just the two people currently on screen. And nobody else. It won't really get too far. Then again, we just let Greevil do whatever he wanted after Colosseum, and we already captured everybody else, and they happened to bring back everything that you have in this game, so... maybe there's some truth to this. If only this child hadn't. Grandmaster, please give the order to blow up City Dark Isle. Yes, it can't be helped. Don't begrudge us, child. Stop. Let's put a stop to this. Father. Bruh. Okay, well, there's a plot twist. Don't call him father. Call him the Grandmaster. What kind of children have you been raising? Father, you've lost sight of what is important. You got carried away by the whole Grandmaster nonsense. It isn't possible to take over the world by producing powerful Pokemon. Just think of this child. Are you saying my Pokemon are powerful? Do you want to fight me again? I'll knock your ass out the second time. I'll be more than happy to. You hold your tongue. This child's pure heart won out over XD001. We were in the wrong. Silence, silence, silence. You first. Why aren't you showing some spine? We've come so far. Just to get your ass handed to you by lucky Apresses. Cypher is finished. Father, you yourself should know that more than anyone. You really need to learn about eye drops. Is Visine in this game? Now please, stand up. This is how it should be. The laws of the land will render judgment on what we have done. Everything I did, all of it was a mistake. Thanks to your courage, we were finally able to wake up from our nightmare. Thank you. You have nothing to fear from us ever. You should return home to your family. Let us meet again too. The next time we battle, it won't be as mortal enemies. I will look forward to it. Hey, respect. I am blurry for some reason. If this game really wanted to be a dick, it would freeze now. So I'd have to do that crap all over again. So far, we're golden, though. You mean to tell me that City Dark Isle was that close to getting on port and y'all just ignored it that long? Okay. At least everybody's happy, though. Why is Team Snag'em here? Yes, please. Hurry up. Don't waste any time. Before it freezes. We're good. I kind of already gave a bit of my thoughts on this game as we're going through the last little cutscene. This was, as I said, probably in my top 5 favorite games. It's absolutely wild that I went 20 years without understanding that this had an RPG mode to it. Same with Colosseum. But as much fun as I have with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, all the other, the core series Gen 3 games, I've played those countless times. Like stupid amounts of times. If I would have had a GameCube growing up and played these games, I would have had even more fun with those. Robogroudon, hello. I think it's kind of interesting that Game Freak never bothered with other games like this. They have their own other side series games, spin-off games. They never did anything in terms of having a storyline like this, where you get to explore on your own, you get to change up how your own game in the core series would have been based off of how well you do in games like this. It's kind of hard to put that into words. If you just played the core series games, cool. If you play games like this, you get Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres as well, which you could also get from Fire Red and Leaf Green, obviously. Lugia and Ho-Oh you can't. That was only accessible from a event that took you to some other Sevi Island in Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald. I don't even know if that was even released in the US, to be honest. But you also get Pokemon like Jirachi, a mythical Pokemon. Get off my screen. You also, I believe, could have gotten Celebi. It might have been a Japanese only exclusive. I'm not entirely sure on that one. But for how, I guess, willing they were to just let people have various legendaries and mythicals, because you could also get the legendary beasts without having to play through Ruby or Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then starting over and picking a different starter and doing it again, and then starting over again and hoping that you don't get stuck with the roar glitch. The fact that Game Freak never bothered to create another story mode game like this is kind of shocking to me. I feel like if they were to do so, it would sell like crazy. And would actually make people, I think, even more interested than they already are now in Pokemon. 20 years after this game's release, Pokemon kind of got extra hype. It was popular, obviously. It's the best-selling franchise of all time. But imagine how much further that could have been, how much quicker they could have gotten a larger fan base if they would have done this over and over again with the generations. Maybe I'm just wanting too much out of them. You finally learned how to send an email properly. I've heard that you returned from Dark Isle. I send this message as an invitation to the Ore Coliseum. I will be arriving shortly to ask you in per. Okay, well, he tried. Email is cut off. I had assumed. Does anybody in here say anything different? No, well, my family that was around me when I purified Lugia is all gone now. I'm actually kind of curious as to what these guys have to say. If they say anything. You're finally going off to the ultimate battle. What? Go and get rid of Cypher. Everybody has amnesia. You're taking care of Cypher on the headquarters. That stuns me. You have superhuman toughness. I already did. You guys were there. But yeah, like, we get games like Legends Arceus, which, hi, I was told that you'd be at the Ore Coliseum. We get games like Legends Arceus, which gives you access to various legendaries and mythicals if you have save data from other games. But in general, all the Pokemon in that game is something you can already get in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So like, it's not really, you're not really getting too much out of the game other than the game just being fun in general and having completely new mechanics. It's like they remembered how good the games were for Coliseum and XD and tried to do something with that, but didn't do a very good job. What I mean by that is, with these games, it takes the official VGC format, which at the time I don't think was the official format for anything because there was no official anything at the time. But it takes the double battle format, increases the difficulty for the game, takes what you already know about the games, adds something like the shadow mechanic and purification mechanic, and then rewards you for completing the battles. With Legends Arceus, It's more of the complete the Pokedex mechanic. And then with the Pokedex, you have these various tasks, but it's not so much about the battling in the game. Which, you know, to be fair, depending on your point of view for Pokemon, it's not always about battling. But that is the primary focus of the games. Everything is all about the... anytime a new mechanic is introduced in the various generations, it always has something to do with the way the battles are handled. Generation 6, you have Mega Evolution, something that can only happen in battle. Once the battle is over, Mega Evolution reverts back to your standard form. Z-Moves, something you can only use in battles. Dynamax, something you can only do in battles for a certain amount of time. Terrestrialization, again, something you can only do in battles. It is a very battle-focused franchise. Arceus was actually a bit of a change of pace because it wasn't so much focused on the battling. But there's still a lot of the battling mechanic in the games as it is. And it also still changed up the battling mechanic by adding the agile style and strong style. In this game, it's all about whittling down your opponent's HP to a certain amount to be able to snag the Pokemon in battles. With Legends Arceus, though, because of how much it focuses on other things, it turns it from being a Pokemon battle game to being a, well, catch-em-all game. But the thing is, not many people know this, but catch-em-all hasn't actually been used as Pokemon's tagline since Pokemon Crystal. It hasn't been included in any of the, I guess, box art for the games since Pokemon Crystal. That's just my view. I don't know, maybe you guys have a different opinion on the whole thing. Leave your comments down below. I'm curious as to what everybody else's opinion is on this game 20 years into the future after everybody else has already played it. This is just how I feel about it, I guess. I just wanted to see other games from Game Freak that aren't just Generation 9 and then wait 5 years before you get Generation 10, or you get some garbage like Z8. Sorry. Something stuck in my throat. I don't know what that's about. But I have been recording plenty of time. I'm already at about 50 minutes for this section. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. I had an absolute fantastic blast playing this game. I said that so many times it's kind of lost meaning, but I am so glad that I played this. And Colosseum makes me happy. But if you guys have enjoyed, feel free to drop a like or even a dislike. I understand that there's some sections that were kind of cut out, unfortunately, from this. Maybe it's my fault, maybe it's OBS's fault, maybe it's AVS. It's probably AVS. It's a pretty dog shit video editor, I'm just saying. But if you guys want to catch the post game, hint hint, this guy. There's also a couple more Shadow Pokemon I can go find somewhere. I also gotta go purify the ones I've already caught so far. But if you guys want to get notified for that, hit the subscribe. And until next time, where I go take on a few old people. I'm not actually sure how old Mirabee is. He just seems old. Disco died in the 70s. He's got to be at least 50 something. But until then, take care. And thanks for watching.